Hello gang, good to have you back again. Of course, if you're tuning in for the first time, I am the Articulate Grunt. Welcome to my channel. And today I want to talk to you about something that will either open your mind and earn your support, or earn your never-ending hatred. Church regulation and taxation. That's right, taxing churches. See, personally, I prefer to attend small churches. The one here locally I attend most often cannot even count 200 people among their regular body of parishioners. But I like that. You get to know the minister. You get to know the people there. They celebrate birthdays, anniversaries, of course, all the major holidays and events. It builds a rapport, a sense of community, a sense of family among those who attend. Now, on the other hand, I got an invitation from an acquaintance I didn't want to ruin the developing friendship with to attend their church. So I accepted, took the family and went in attendance. And it was one of these big mega churches. I mean, it was literally a church. The parking lot was so large, they provided bus service in case you had to park in the back of the parking lot to bring you in so you didn't have to walk. And it would have been a nice little walk. While there, the first time there, they had a baptism in this glass tank that was filmed and broadcast, along with the rest of the sermon and everything, out onto the internet and for everybody to enjoy. And it was huge. It was packed in with people. And really, the greeter was nice, but there was no connection. There was no sense of community or anything. It was just, hey, we're all kind of here, kind of feeling to the place. And we got the, hey, wasn't it great? Why don't you come back? Sure. Why not? We'll give it another try, see if maybe we missed something. Went back the second time and got given, not a welcome packet like the previous time, but kind of an admissions packet. Oh, it's good to have you back. Here's your packet. Now, the thing is, in the packet was a section requiring bank account numbers and a signature block to allow access to check your accounts to make sure you were tithing in accordance with your level of income. This was to be considered a member of the church, not getting to know people, not being welcomed into functions and such, providing access to double check and verify my bank accounts to make sure I was tithing properly. We didn't go back again. But I kept an eye, I've watched. And the big thing I grew up with, the thing I understood churches were supposed to be as a part of the community, helping people out, helping to improve their community. The little churches in the area, I've seen soup kitchens, I've seen help for our local homeless, those kind of things. The only thing I've really seen from that big church was a little bit of scandal in the news over the fact that the minister was making $100,000 plus a year. So yeah, not exactly what I would consider a godly center of worship. But that's just my opinion. However, they've banded together. There's enough of them that have become popular enough, big enough, with enough monetary requirements like that, that they actually have large buildings and facilities of staff workers to help manage and oversee everything. And that just being part of what's supposed to be tax-shielded, tax-protected, and deferred service, something for the community like a church, just something there seems wrong, seems out of place, seems to be missing, lacking that being in touch with the community. So, seeing that the megachurches themselves, many of them like to monitor bank accounts, that they feel they have that authority, but they are tax-free and virtually unmonitored in many cases, are being held to no responsibility, inspired me to bring you my suggestion on church regulations and taxation. Now, as I previously mentioned, I like small churches. The little church I commonly go to has less than 200 people on its regular parishioners list, and it still pulls in about $250,000 a year. Now, that may sound like a lot. It's really not. You're talking about maintaining the building, utilities, taking care of the minister and his family, the receptionist, maintenance personnel either on call or on full time, depending on the age of the facility. The one I like to go to is over 100 years old. And they're still in touch, take care of the community, take care of the parishioners, like I mentioned before. So, let's say that first $500,000, that first $500,000 is tax-free. Don't touch a penny. Now, that $501st, now the previous $500,000, it's gone, it's tax-free, it's not there. That first dollar over $500,000, I would propose, gets taxed at 10%. And from that first dollar to the full million. That second $500,000, take them to $1 million, they pay 10%, or $50,000. Now, once you hit the $1 million mark, that $1 million in first dollar Up to $2 million, the church pays 15%. $150,000 on the next $1 million. So from $1 to $2 million, they pay $150,000 there. So everything together so far, stay with me, $200,000 out of $2 million. You're averaging out at 10%. Now, what about those that go over $2 million? Everything over $2 million, 20%. Yeah, 20% of every dollar over $2 million gets taxed back to the government. So, got that first $2 million, you paid $200,000. You make $3 million, that third million, you pay another $200,000. $400,000 total. No more increases in percentage. It just stays at 20% from that point on. You can figure out the math from there on. Church $10 million, okay, do the math. It's easy. That's the point. Now, but this will hurt their ability to help out in the community, to do things, to help people, which is part 2 of my proposal. Any church making enough to be taxed can then turn around and submit their records back for tax deferment for their charitable acts. Let's say you've got a church, made $2 million, paid the $200,000, but they've got a homeless problem in their area. They've got families on the street who are going hungry. So the church decided to open a soup kitchen. Okay, they're paying rent on a facility. It's a charitable act. The rent, utilities on that second facility where they're doing the cooking and the serving, which must meet health code regulations, comes out of that $200,000. They get to keep that rather than paying it. Purchasing of food to stock the kitchen, they get to take that out of the $200,000. Let's say they want to make sure the people are getting good square meals, not just what you and I think, hey, yeah, that's good. We cooked it. You know, it's cooked up. It's good food. It's healthy. So they hire a dietitian. It's not part of the church's regular duties and operation. That pay, say they're paying $40,000 a year for a dietitian who comes in, cooks, oversees everything for that soup kitchen. Guess what? Comes out of that $200,000. It's not a cost. It's not a payroll that the church would have incurred normally. It's just helping the community. They get to keep it. Take it out of that $200,000 on a $1-to-$1 basis. Now, I also know a lot of churches like to go overseas. I worry about Americans first. It's just me. I'm that kind of a jackass. Americans come first. If they go overseas, they get to keep 1 for every 2 they spend. Oh, they're doing a mission to Haiti. Great. How much did it cost? $100,000? Great. You get deferred $50,000. Straight, short, easy. It may be their calling, but they're taking money from their local community, their local parishioners, and going overseas to help someone else when there's people in their community, in their neighborhood, that could use and need their help. So, to summarize, up to $500,000, untouched. $500,000 to that first million, 10% on the second half of that first million, that second $500,000. From $1 million to $2 million, 15%. So they make $2 million, they pay $200,000. Everything over $2 million, taxed at 20%. So you make a third million, guess what? That last million, you just pay $200,000 on that. But deferment for doing proper charitable acts, not for buying the minister a BMW or anything like that. For proper charitable acts. Opening and running a homeless shelter. Opening and running a soup kitchen to help out the local impoverished. And yes, we could find all sorts of charitable acts, proper godly acts, that could be deferred. That's for the lawyers to put into pages and pages and pages of legalese. That's not me. And going overseas, you save 1 for every 2 you spend. Your little mission to Haiti cost $100,000. You get to refund $50 out of the taxes you owe. But that's my proposal. Give me your thoughts and comments down below. Hit the like or dislike. Subscribe if you haven't already. Tweet it to your friends so they can love or hate me as you do. And I will catch you later. I hope this found you in the best physical, mental, and emotional health. Out from here, I am the Articulate Grunt. Bye.